The signal was really messed up last time, and it's been that way in a couple of my videos recently because I'm using a new type of software program to be able to broadcast this stuff. So let's get right into it. Hopefully you guys can hear me. And I wanted to point out the differences between Engine 2 stuff and other types of food products that you see in the grocery store and why you want to get them. And Engine 2 stuff is available at all Whole Foods markets. I will totally better. It's got a whole jar by myself. And let's see, sodium, very low, 150 milligrams. And sugars, see, 4 grams. There should be 0 added sugars. Yeah, 0 added sugars. So here's, where is it? Here is the ingredient list if you want to look over the full ingredient list, so you have an idea what's on there. And this is Rip Esselstyn, Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn's son. He's the one who has this business, and all their stuff is like the best for you. Okay, and I'm gonna give you some examples of why it's still better than even maybe something that's close to it. Because if you're in Whole Foods, you notice that their organic marinara is organic. It's also half the price, and it also has no added oil. If you look at the ingredients, it's kind of like a stealth version of that. It also has low calories, 40 times 6, 240 calories. Now, what's the difference? Okay, let's see. The difference is the sodium. Look at that. 410 milligrams of sodium, and as opposed to like 100 and something in the one we just saw. So this is really going to spike things inside of your circulatory system. If you got issues with blood pressure, high blood pressure, you want to stay away from this. All kind of the processed stuff are so high in sodium. Of course, I could pick out just about anything else here. Like I could pick out a Newman's Own marinara. That's 379. It's kind of in the middle, and it's higher calories. You can see 70 times 5 is, what's that, 35, 350. It's got some fat, because I think it's probably got oil in it. That's my guess. Let's see, extra virgin olive oil, not very much. Sugar, no added sugars, but sodium, yeah, there we go again. 490 milligrams. So that's 490 milligrams times 5. 500 times 5, 2,500 milligrams of sodium in this thing, okay? If you eat the whole thing, if you love tomatoes, 2,500 milligrams versus 300. Like this one's vegan. I think almost all pasta sauces are vegan. Let me take a look at this marinara garlic. This is $9 a bottle. 90 calories. I've never even seen this before. Sodium, 360 milligrams. It's got some saturated fat in it, and that's probably because it's got oil in it. Let's see, ingredients. Olive oil. Yes, there you go. Stay away from the oils if you can. Stay away from the high sodium levels. Fortunately, none of those have added sugars, which is amazing. So let me flip the camera around, and let's go over to the next section, which in this store anyway is going to be the burgers. Okay, now Engine 2 burgers. Here's the case here of the plant-based burgers. They're all not frozen. They're all, like, I guess, kind of fresh, kind of. But you're gonna want to see the difference between the Engine 2 burgers, which are right in here. Okay. I wish I had an equivalent like Impossible Burger or Beyond Beef in here, because they used to have it here in Whole Foods, but I haven't seen it recently. You can see, was it 140 calories per, and of course they have no added oil. That's just talking about that. But here's the ingredient list. So you can see, no added oil. Cholesterol, of course, is 0, and sodium, 130 milligrams. Dietary fibers, way up there. Protein, 6 grams. That's per burger. Total fat is 2 grams. So, but the biggest thing you gotta look at here is gonna be the amount of saturated fat, okay, which is 0. And the sodium, which is 130 milligrams. So we're going to compare that. There it is, Rip Esselstyn again. We're gonna take this, and we're going to compare it, as you can see here, to the Beyond Meat, because the Beyond Meat is in the next case over. These are $4.99 for 3 of them. $4.99 for 3. All right, let's remember that. Let's walk right over. These are on sale. Yeah, usually they're $6. But what else does it have more of? That's the concern. I mean, we all know that you're not going to be protein deficient on a plant-based diet as long as you're eating enough calories. I think we know that. Now look at this. Look at the saturated fat. One burger. In my own recommendation, I'd stay away from all saturated per serving. Okay, yeah, the protein count is higher, but like we said, you don't really need that. And if you that saturated fat and all that sodium with it too, you don't want any of those things. So here's the ingredients, and this is non-GMO. I think the Engine 2 is non-GMO. I don't think it was organic. Some of them that were not Engine 2, but the spike was in the sodium. Same thing here, sodium spike and saturated fat spike. This, and you are an animal, so we don't want to do that. If we can avoid that, we definitely don't want to do that. All right, one other thing we're going to do is I'm going to walk over to the hummus section, which is down here. We got to go through the frozen foods, more of them. All right, walking down here, and they have other stuff too. They got like burritos and a few other things, but let's take a look at the hummus. Okay, here. All right, here is the Engine 2. Engine 2 hummus. As we can see, it's got no fat. Well, it's got regular fat, but no saturated fat, no trans fat, no cholesterol. Sodium 40 milligrams per serving, and there is 8 servings in here. So you got about 8 times 4, 320 milligrams for the whole thing. Not bad if you're gonna sit there with some carrots, celery, whatever, and eat this. This is gonna be healthy for sure. Only 300 milligrams if you eat the whole thing. And how many calories is that gonna be? Let's see, where's the calories? 25 times 8 is 200 calories. Okay, not bad. You can see the ingredients. And is this organic? I don't know. I think it might be just a non-GMO. Yeah, non-GMO. All right, now they actually have a healthy version. I've seen people talk about it at Whole Foods here. It is this. It is this. And this is $2.99 versus $2.79. About the same price. This is Nature's Healthy Gourmet. Also non-GMO. Now what's the difference? We've looked at some of these things, and we usually have found a difference in the sodium. So what's the sodium like? Yeah, it's got 120 milligrams. That is 3 times as much sodium per serving. So there's also 8 in here. That's like 1,000 milligrams of sodium if you eat the whole thing. You do not want to do that. You want to pay you pay 20 cents less per container. This is definitely a way better value than the Engine 2. Now this stuff I think has no added oil in it too, so you're not going to get any saturated fat. But the big difference again is the sodium. And if we go over and look at some other types, let's say the Kava. Actually, Kava traditional hummus. Kava is it's a food store, and of course all restaurants are known for high sodium, every single one of them, unless they're telling you they don't cook with salt, and that is a very rare thing. So let's see. We've got some fat, no saturated fat, sodium 115